1975 when I went to his office, and then I saw some lot of spots on his arms. So I told him, you had a lot of spots on your arms. No, he told me, Sariman, I play a lot of golf, you expose yourself to the sun.
In 1969, Tun Razak was diagnosed with leukemia. Since then, he was rumored to be receiving secret treatment, either in Kuala Lumpur or in London. For years, the cancer was at bay. But in 1975, the disease reaches a terminal stage. And it is impossible to hide the symptoms any longer.
He was becoming thinner and thinner and grayer.
In December, a sudden deterioration forces Tun Razak to travel again to London. He tells his friends and family that he is taking a holiday. But Tun Razak will not return to Malaysia alive.
When he arrived at the airport, he looked a bit thin and pale. We went straight to the hospital. We didn't even stop by the hotel to check in. So that was surprising.
Johari begins to realize that something is wrong.
Then we started getting concerned. I think after New Year, the doctors called my mother and myself in to explain to us what was happening.
Tun Razak's English doctor finally tells them the truth.
The doctor told me that your father will never be Prime Minister again. I was quite shocked. And I asked her, how long do you think he will live? I actually said, how many more years? He says, I'm not talking about years. He said, I'm just talking about days and weeks.
The doctors advised Tun Razak to return home to Malaysia. There is nothing more they can do. But Tun Razak refuses. He does not want his people to see him in this state.
He says, I'm a leader. I cannot, if I cannot come back and greet my people, I won't come back.
The end comes all too quickly. One evening, Johari calls his brother in Kuala Lumpur, urging him to fly to London. But just as he puts down the phone, a call comes from the hospital.
When I went back to London today and walked in the room and saw my father had already passed away, my brothers were there and my mom was there in tears. I was very, very upset and realized that it was the end of an era, not just for the country, for the family. I would have a father, the country would have him as a leader.
It is 14 January 1976. Tun Razak was just 53 years old.
Until today, I find it hard to imagine that someone could keep it in him. Didn't really tell us the truth because he didn't want us. I guess he wanted us to worry about him. And he was a very secretive person. He didn't want, the country to worry about him or the country's stability reflected by the fact that the leader is enduring or suffering from a very serious illness.
His body is taken as custom dictates to a mosque in London for prayers. Then he's flown back to Malaysia for the last time. Now, Malaysia is in mourning.
It was quite a sad sight because we had the body in the coffin on the flight itself at the back, and we were sitting in front for the whole 13-hour flight. So it was quite an experience. Thousands of people, just people came, from all over the country, and that shows the measure of support and maybe love that they had for him.
On 16 January 1976, Tun Razak is laid to rest in the Heroes' Mausoleum.
The multiracial crowd you could see during his funeral was just amazing. This was the true Malaysia.
Tun Razak's greatest legacy, beyond doubt, is the unity he brought among various races after May 13 racial riots?
Yeah, I think he would have done a lot for this country had he lived longer to lead this country. But he had only 6 years, not enough. But he left something that can be built on.
I have a sense of pride that knowing my father passed away in the service of the nation. There can be no other service greater than that.
In death, as in life, Tun Razak brings together people from all walks of life, from all races and faiths. It is what he would have wanted, to be the grand reconciler.